This is Moonshot Minute, AI work and the people caught in between. One story, no fluff, just what is actually happening. This is your Monday edition, the Selective Cuts. Quick note. The Friday rant did not go out on Friday. My apologies. As my attorney likes to say, quote, life's, unquote. The Substack is up, the rant is intact, and everything that happened since Wednesday made it worth the wait. Let's start with the earnings that proved the pattern. Wednesday night, Alphabet reported $119.8 billion in revenue. Beat every estimate. Cloud surged 82%. Sundar Pichai called it, quote, an amazing quarter, unquote. Then came the other number. Alphabet raised its full-year AI capital expenditure guidance to $205 billion. $205 billion in a single year on infrastructure. The stock fell. Investors looked at the spending and flinched. Same night, Tesla posted record revenue of $28.24 billion, record deliveries, but operating income collapsed 57%. Free cash flow went negative for the first time in years. Capital expenditures surged 142%. All of it poured into AI, robotics, and autonomous systems. Record revenue in, record AI spending out, humans nowhere in the equation. Thursday added a number that should have broken everyone's brains. Initial jobless claims fell to 187,000, the lowest reading in nearly 60 years. The labor market is fine, apparently, except 720,000 people left the labor force last month. The layoff tracker passed 205,000 for the year, already exceeding all of 2025. Over 1,000 people a day since January, and almost nobody is filing for unemployment because the people disappearing are not being fired in ways that generate a claim. They are contractors not renewed, roles restructured quietly. People who applied to hundreds of jobs heard nothing and stopped looking. You do not file for unemployment when you stop believing the system applies to you. And here is the number the Financial Times buried on Friday that changes how you read every layoff announcement. Companies that cite AI as a factor in job cuts have underperformed the Nasdaq by almost 10% in the 30 trading days after the announcement. The market is not rewarding the AI layoff playbook, it is punishing it. Companies are using AI as justification. Investors do not believe the returns are there yet, and the workers caught in between lose their jobs either way. Meanwhile, the list kept growing. Patreon cut roughly 20% of its workforce, the CEO said, and I need you to hear this alongside the Microsoft quote from last week, quote, AI is not replacing humans, unquote. 20% of the staff is gone, but AI is not replacing humans. That sentence is doing a lot of heavy lifting. On X and Reddit, the creative survival economy keeps expanding. Job seekers are building personal AI agents that mass apply while they sleep, then rating the ghosting responses on a scale from, quote, polite ignore, unquote, to, quote, soul-crushing silence, unquote. One thread this week turned the standard corporate rejection email into a dramatic reading series. Another user published a side-by-side of the same company's earnings slide celebrating AI efficiency gains next to their Glassdoor reviews from laid-off employees. The machine is loud. The responses are getting louder. Now, what to watch this week? Tomorrow, the FOMC meeting begins. Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern, the Fed announces its rate decision. Economists expect to hold at 3.5 to 3.75% for the fifth consecutive meeting, but futures are pricing a 36% chance of a quarter-point hike. No dot plot this meeting, no summary of economic forecasts, just the statement and Chair Warsh's press conference at 2:30. Warsh has said he plans to offer less forward guidance than his predecessor, which means the press conference may tell you less than usual. What it it does tell you will set the tone for every hiring budget decision through September. If the Fed holds, the freeze continues. If they hike, borrowing costs rise, and the companies sitting on cash have even less incentive to hire. Either way, the 720,000 who left the labor force last month and the 205,000 who lost their jobs this year are not part of the calculation. The punchline: Alphabet spent $205 billion on AI. Tesla burned cash on the same future. Patreon cut 20%. Jobless claims hit a 60-year low, while 720,000 people vanished from the workforce. And companies that cite AI as a layoff reason have underperformed the Nasdaq by 10%. The market is punishing the narrative. The workers are still paying the price. The uncounted never are. They are not in the earnings calls. They are not in the capital expenditure forecasts. They are not in the Fed's rate decision. They are the denominator. The math keeps shrinking. When the AI layoff narrative gets punished by the market, senior operators stop replying to recruiters. They only move for founders who can prove the seat is designed to produce, not to justify. That is what we help our clients build. Quietly, one hire at a time. Visit moonshotconsultingdc.com or send me a DM. That is your Moonshot Minute. The uncounted are getting louder. The question is whether anyone is listening. Hosted by yours truly, L. David Oliver, founder and CEO, Moonshot Consulting. Bye for now.